Yo, what's going on, guys? Pulsar back with another video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about Palace Banquet. It's an event that basically you go through and cook dinners for everybody in the palace. It's both inter server and cross server. So far it's just been dukes. I'm not sure if it'll eventually be a king. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at the event. Alright, so once you're logged in, obviously you just click on Palace Banquet. Alright, once you get here, you can see we're already in the cross server event. So to get to the cross server, obviously you have to qualify, finish in the top 150 in your inter server event. You can see here I have not played at all today, so this is the first time logging in. When you get here, you've got individual rankings and server rankings. So as far as getting reward payouts, obviously if your server does well, you'll get a few additional rewards. And then obviously the major placement comes from individual, where you'll get the majority of the rewards. So this is an event where you want to push hard individually so that you can get these better rewards and edicts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and enter the event. And then this is what it looks like. So you've got your level 1 all the way to your level 5. You can advance levels once you complete level 5. Up top you've got your points, your rank, and then your stamina. So you'll recover 2 every 30 minutes. So that's just something to keep in mind. You don't want it to max out. You get some chances here for gold, where you don't have to spend any money, but you do have to use your gold to get 10 more stamina by using 500 gold. And then you've got these work lunches that you can purchase from the shop and recover 2 stamina per lunch. So with that being said, down here in the bottom left, you've got your mastery level. So basically all this is going to be is, as you complete a dish, it just grants you more points depending on your cooking level. So you can, if I'm pushing this event, I'd probably want to use these in the beginning so that I can get this level pretty far up. Because obviously the higher it is, the easier it is to complete levels. But that's just my recommendation if you're spending. If you're not spending, you don't necessarily have to do this. I do recommend go ahead and doing these just because it's only 100 gold and it gets you a little bit of an advancement. All right, now as far as the actual event goes, you've got a practice mode over here. I don't recommend it, and I'll show you why. Then you've got your normal mode and hard mode. Once you get through 15 levels on the normal mode, you will unlock the hard mode. And then you've got the opponents up here, which will eventually unlock if you pass enough levels. So that covers basically the overview of it. Now, as far as gameplay goes, I never hit these 1 through 4s. I go straight to the 5s on every level. Reason being is that once you complete the level 5, you get 3 stars for all these anyway, and you don't have to use any more stamina. So I'll show you guys what I mean. So we'll go ahead and go into level 5. You'll see here we have to get to 1800. The recommended level is 3. Right now we're 2. Go ahead and hit the challenge button. It's going to tell me my master level isn't high enough. I'm going to hit don't tell me that again and confirm it. All right, then what you got here is you've got milk, and then you'll have the next ingredients coming here, which in this case is the bread or the grain. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick what happens when you go straight into a milk. So you can go right up into it and you'll get 105 satisfaction. Again, that all depends on your level. You could see before that once I went from 1 to 2, it moved from 100 to 105. So at the bare minimum, you'll get 105 per point. So now if we do it for 2, we'll get 210 points. So that's how the scoring works. The goal is to combine as many ingredients as possible before you, you want to combine your utensils, you want to combine your milks, things like that before you level up. So with that being said, I'm going to give up here. That was just showing you guys how it works. I'm going to hit the give up. You won't lose any stamina. So that's what you do really if you don't like your board. So let me try this again. All right, so as far as the actual gameplay, what I want to do is you want to try to get all your spatulas to one side and all your ingredients to the other. That's kind of the goal of the event. These guys won't combine straight in. They have to have milk to do it. So that's why I went ahead and moved down. You can kind of preview where your next thing is coming from by simply just dragging down or dragging up or over, and you can see where the spatula has a chance to land. For this event, I'm going to try to keep all my spatulas on the bottom half. So I'm going to move up. I'm going to move up again. I'm going to move back down. Spatula's coming, so I'm going to move up, down, down again, because you can see that this piece here won't combine with this. So I have a little room to combine all my spatulas. Once these are down here and I don't have a spatula coming up, I'm going to try to shift from left to right and just hope that nothing lands on the bottom here. So I'll keep going down here. Spatula, spatula. All right, so at this point, I'm pretty confident that if I combine all these spatulas, they'll get to level 7, and all these ingredients will give me plenty of points to get here. So I'm going to go ahead and combine over all the way, and then move down, and you can see here, up top, you'll see this bar. Once it shows that it's going to get all the way filled up, I still have my 3 stars because I'm still above level 20. So I can go ahead and hit that, and you can see I finished. I get 500 XP because I passed 5 levels. I get 700 points. Because that's the way it places for getting through level 5. And then you can see here all my 1 through 4s got 3 stars, and I only had to use 1 stamina. I've got some upgrades because I hit 500, so I'll go ahead and hit that twice, and then I'll get to the next level. And I'll do the same thing here. You can click on there in preview, and you'll see for your first 3-star completion, you'll get an additional 200 points. Stage rewards, you get 130, and then also the cooking XP. So each time you get 5 levels, you'll get 500 XP. And then each time you complete it, you will get 130 points. So let's go ahead and go into here. We're going to try to do the same thing. So you can see here, since my spatula is on the left, I'm going to try to keep my utensils on the left and try to keep my ingredients on the right. That's the goal. We'll see if it works. All right, so you can see here, I did get an ingredient up top. I'm okay with this one because I can't combine up. If I could combine up, I might would look at my strategy for this event. For at least this time, but with these early events, you can or these early stages, you can get away with having some bad luck on these early things. All right, so now I feel like I can probably get there. You can see that I can. I still have really 20 moves if I needed them, but I've got plenty enough to go ahead and advance. So I'm gonna go ahead and combine it. I got to level 10. I got through level 10. I'm going to go ahead and hit my few upgrades. All right. And then I'm going to go straight to 15 just so I can show you guys how hard mode works. And hit challenge. Here's my utensils. I can basically pick and choose because I don't have any on the board, so I'm going to stay right. Try to go through this kind of quickly. All right, I'm going to have to reshuffle here because all of my ingredients are now up here. So I'll hit that. I can still get away with going to the right side on my spatulas, so that's what I'm going to do. You have until level 20 to decide. Once you get to level 20, my recommendation is just restarting because you're not going to get the full points. So I'm going to go ahead and combine these. I should have enough to advance. I do. I still get 3 stars because I was still above level 20. All right, and now you can see here I've unlocked my hard mode. Go ahead and hit my upgrade real quick. And I'm going to slide over to hard mode. All right, and so what you'll see here is you unlock additional spices. So you've got spices, you've got grain. These can't combine. These two here cannot. So you can play that kind of strategically, like if we want it to slide all the way right so that we can just make sure that we get all of our spatulas here. That's good. The only thing that these guys will combine with is the milk. And then once they've combined with the milk, you still can't combine them with the other thing. So you want to play this strategically so that these items here will be able to combine. I am, I think, close enough now where I can go ahead and finish this level. If I can just get a milk to spawn up here. It's going to be really close. I'll go ahead and finish it off right here. And you can see I stayed above level 20, so I advanced. Going to go ahead and hit my upgrade again. And anyway, you can continue to do that. The other thing that I will mention is in either mode, if you get to a point where you cannot pass any more levels and you don't want to waste a lot of your stamina or time, you can click here and you can do quick mode. And what that's going to do is give you this amount of points and this amount of XP per time that it finishes. So obviously the goal would be to get as high as you can before using that. But just for simplicity's sake and for me to show you guys what it does, if I'm going to do one quick mode, you can see I got the 151 and the 100, which it shows me here I would have gotten. And then that way you can go through and upgrade your levels if you are having a hard time on, say, level 20. With that being said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out on Discord or Twitter. I'm happy to answer anything and help you guys any way that I can. This is a fun event, so again, reach out if you have any questions. As always, appreciate the support, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.